Hi, fellow changemakers. Our team is so excited to present to you our final project. So let's just get started with how our group formed. So we're all in class and kind of united by this shared passion for increasing inclusivity within the gym, and specifically within weightlifting for people of all different types of backgrounds. So all of us are either women of color or started off with untraditional body types, not the typical white muscular man that you often see portrayed in media and in the gym. And so when we started our weightlifting journeys, we were all faced with various degrees of intimidation and uncomfortability. What we all found is that the benefits of weightlifting, both mental and physical, are just too good to be limited to just a certain demographic. So we're really inspired and energized to create a change within this space. And so that leads me to our vision and mission. So the what, our vision is to create a world where people of all backgrounds feel empowered and included in the fitness world. And the how on how we're going to get there is our mission. And that is to cultivate a safe and inclusive weightlifting environment for all levels, from people who have never been to the gym to experts. And the amazing team we have working on this issue is both ones coming from all different types of backgrounds, all united by this common goal of increasing inclusivity within the weightlifting and fitness world. And so to start, my name is Grace. I'm the CEO and I'm a beginner weightlifter.
Hi, I'm Rohan. I'm the CFO and I'm an intermediate weightlifter.
Hi, my name is Christy. I'm the CTO and I'm a certified personal trainer.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the CMO and I'm an expert weightlifter with around 4 years of experience.
Hi, I'm Simran. I'm the COO and I'm a D1 athlete on the track and field team.
Hey everyone, I'm Yash. I'm the CSO and I'm an up-and-coming weightlifter.
Great, thank you, team. So now that you got to meet my wonderful team, I'm going to pass it off to Rohan, who's going to talk a little bit more about our core problem and solution.
Great, thank you, Grace. So let's just dive right into what the main problem is, and that is many people from untraditional fitness backgrounds are oftentimes either afraid to go to the gym due to inexperience, but also might be afraid of social pressures faced when they're actually at the gym. And the solution to this is Spot. So Spot provides a Tinder-like matchup system for users to meet workout buddies to create an inclusive space and community for athletes of all experience levels. And now I'm going to pass it off to Chrissy to discuss the product in more depth.
Thank you, Rohan. So we're so excited to introduce to you our product, Spot. Inspired by apps such as like Tinder, Fitbit, and Bumble, we decided to create our own platform because based off of feedback from college students as well as our own personal experience, Instagram and Facebook aren't the best platforms to be launching this sort of matchup system. So let's run through the user experience. Starting off, the first thing that you would do is you would log into your personalized profile based off the statistics that you put in and your own fitness profile. Next, you'd select your preference, whether that be a gym buddy, a mentor, or a mentee. This will lead you to a feed page of other users who've created their own unique profile. And for example, we have Natasha here. You're able to look through, you can see her bio, as well as her gym statistics. So like what time she likes working out, her experience level, as well as her preferences. You'll also be able to access her community posts, which is like a social media like platform where she posts her own gym related things. If you like her or whatever person it is that you're viewing, you're able to connect with that person. And this leads you to a match page, which is really similar to that Tinder-like function. And then there you can move forward and chat with this individual. So you can talk about your fitness goals, your passions, as well as schedule some sort of session to meet up with this person and go to the RSF and just feel comfortable and safe with this new friend of yours. On top of that, if you don't want to meet a gym buddy, you kind of want to meet a gym mentor, you also have the option to chat with someone that's more experienced. So in this case, this gives you the opportunity to talk to someone who can give you advice and really break down that perception that gym people are really mean and they don't really want to talk to you. Most of them are actually very friendly and willing to give advice. On top of that, we also have a social media like function or a community hub where people can post tips on fitness or nutrition, or even post their individual stories about how they got passionate about fitness. And we really hope to cultivate that inclusive environment and really solve that problem that Rohan was talking about earlier. With that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Eric to talk about scalability.
So as Christy mentioned, while we are starting with UC Berkeley, we definitely aim to expand SPOT both to other universities and to other functions. So going from left to right, the first thing we hope to implement in the future is something called the watch partner. So this really ensures this gym safety for all people. An example of this is a lot of women at the gym feel as though when other people are looking at them, a safety partner would essentially be someone they can reach out to just to let people know that, I'm not alone and that really there's someone else that could be there for them. The second thing we hope to do is again, expand to other universities. We believe that the problem solution that we have identified is definitely not unique to UC Berkeley. And by implementing things such as spot ambassadors and also starting other clubs on different campuses, we really hope to expand our community. And then finally, we also want to move kind of beyond just the partnering system. So we also want to expand into the more community and information aspect. So by creating kind of educational content to combat misinformation and really just teach beginner weightlifters about all the basics, that's something we also hope to include in the future as well. And so now I'll quickly pass it on to Yash to talk about the MVP.
Thanks, Eric. So Christy demonstrated to you all what we kind of envision our long-term goal for this product being, which is a mobile application where people can connect remotely and kind of do it through an automated process. But obviously that is a little bit of a ways away. And so we first want to start with an MVP or a minimum viable product that first demonstrated to us, number one, whether or not there was actual interest and in a workout buddy system and whether or not it would be an efficient system that would actually generate proper pairings. And number two, to see if we could actually cultivate a community on social media that promotes healthy inclusion practices and if that would have a tangible effect on people that are part of that community in terms of their comfortability with working out. So to kind of start and test out these two goals, we built a twofold MVP. The first was a spot at UC Berkeley Facebook group, which you can see on the top left of this slide, which was comprised of people from our own networks, our friend groups, and other people that we advertised the group to basically start creating a community where we could share kind of stories about people from all weightlifting backgrounds and create kind of a more inclusive organization. And the second part of the MVP was the Google form for pairings that you see on the bottom left. That was more focused on creating some introductory pairings that asked about people's kind of workout goals and their timings and things associated with that to basically understand whether or not we could create effective pairings. And so to measure this MVP and to make sure that we could create the right changes for our long-term product and the long-term app development process, we use two key metrics. The first was a gym comfortability index that tested the change created by our pairings in the overall comfortability of the people that are going to work out through the spot system. And the second was conducting actual user interviews to determine how we could improve our pairing mechanism and how to better introduce people. And the combination of those two has been kind of a lot of what's funded our future goal for how we can scale this project forward. Next, Simran can talk a little bit more about how the MVP was actually put into action.
Thanks, Yash. Yeah, so after we kickstarted our community, we advertised our initiative in several Facebook groups, such as the class of 2022, 2023, 2024, and onwards. We also spread our info through club groups on campus, as well as word of mouth to friends and classmates. And so the individuals who filled it out listed their contact information, basic lifting criteria, schedules, and were paired based on similarity and complementary lifting goals. And through this form, we actually successfully created 4 pairings through our Google form and Facebook group, as shown on the left. We also aim to increase the community aspect within our platform through Facebook posts that encourage comfort, support, positivity for people on their weightlifting journey, especially people who feel like they've just got their start in the gym, feel like minorities, such as females, newcomers, etc. And so here we actually have Chrissy posting one of our transformation photos in our Facebook group on the right. And now on to Eric to discuss our comfortability index.
So because one of the main core goals of SPOT was to really make sure that everyone feels comfortable to pursue their own fitness goals, we wanted to ensure that we could get quantifiable results from the MVP that really prove this idea. So in order to do so, as we mentioned earlier, we utilized a pre and post gym comfortability index. So when users first signed up on their pairing platform from our Google Forms, we asked them what their current comfort level at the gym was. And as you can see on the right side, we found that to be an average around 3.2. And this definitely matches up with kind of what our hypothesis was. As you can see, a lot of people from untraditional backgrounds really don't feel very comfortable at the gym. And so after around a week or two and also being paired with their spot partner to go to the gym with them, we again asked these our new community members what their average comfortability was at the gym now, and we noticed that the score was actually raised to 6.3. And so as you can see, increasing from 3.2 to 6.3, this is a pretty notable difference, and it really gives us a pretty clear idea that the system which we're utilizing for SPOT really is successful in creating comfortability and really creating a sense of community in the gym. And so this really allows us to move forward with creating our MVP and really moving on to a more viable product in the end. And now I'll be passing it to Rohan to talk about some of the risks and mitigations.
Great, thank you, Eric. So some of the learnings from the MVP we've had are two main ones, which are the pairing issues and the varying time issues. And I'll just run through some of the issues and mitigations that we faced. So the issue with pairing is that although we screen for things such as fitness goals, favorite workouts, and muscle groups to hit, we realized that there's an important thing that we really did forget, which was weight class pairing. And we learned that after one of our pairings, although it seemed successful, we're from completely different weight classes, which led to a very unproductive workout and really wasn't a successful pairing. To mitigate this, in the next iteration of our platform, as shown by Christy, we do want to screen for weight classes and personal best for certain workouts, which will hopefully lead to better pairings and more accurate pairings. In addition, another thing we noticed was that there were varying time issues, and although we screened for schedules in our actual MVP, we didn't actually screen for preferred workout times because we know that some people like to work out early in the morning, some like to work out late at night. And so now through asking about time flexibilities and preferred workout times, Spot will hopefully be able to, again, create more accurate and better pairings for people to work out with. Going on to my next slide, to our approach to success, we want to embody both a Changemaker mindset and Changemaker leadership concepts to really make Spot successful beyond just this class and hopefully for the rest of our time at Berkeley. So for a Changemaker mindset, we want to zig where others zag. And essentially from that, we know that there hasn't been a really successful platform pairing users together to go work out. That's something we resolve. We also want to challenge the status quo, and we want to do this by breaking down the barriers for athletes to go to the gym and really reducing the kind of uncomfortability aspects that they may face as well. Now, exactly, the last one is eliminating the fear of failure. And we want to do this by demonstrating that we know there is a need for our product, and we want to create an environment that is very inclusive and can really be able to be accessed by all. Last is now going on to the Changemaker leadership. We do want to develop Spot into a long-lasting platform. And to do that, there are three main things we need to do. When the first is to foster psychological safety. And so we want to do that within our platform by just engaging as many users as we can and making that community aspect really felt. We also want to have micro leader ambassadors within each college campus to really make sure that the impact is felt at a micro level, which will hopefully be widespread and be seen at a larger scale. And lastly, we want to be inclusive leaders with this platform. And so we want to accept any feedback and any and all feedback we get for the platform to improve it, to make sure that the users that they're actually using this and have that. And that we just want to say time working with each other to make Spot what it is. I'm excited to see what we can do for the future. So thank you.
Yay.